Hey guys, it's Nina Nicole back at it again today, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about freshman year. We're going to talk about freshman year, and then at the end I'll give you like some freshman advice. So, as you know, I was a freshman last year, so this year I'll be a sophomore. But today I'm just going to tell you guys about like what I experienced when I was a freshman. It has some good parts and it has some bad parts. Some good and some bad. Good, bad. It had some. But overall, my freshman year was good. It was okay. I did make friends. Not as many as most people do, but I did make some. I went into my freshman year blinds, which means I didn't know anyone there. I mean, I knew a couple people that were going to fairs, like people from my high school, but I mean, we weren't really friends, just people that were probably in my classes at high school. So I went in blind. I did stay on a dorm. It was called the Clark Hall. It was the hall in general was horrible. Like, it was so hot. It stayed hot, whether it was hot outside, cold outside. It was always hot in the dorms. Like, it was horrible. There was no air. We did have heat, but it was no air. But the halls were so small, like, so small. And for two people to fit in there, it was crazy because I refused to be on a top bunk, like, or a bottom bunk. I refused that. Like, I did not want to be on the top nor the bottom. But when I got there, so it's this website that we could go on and we could see like who's our roommate and who's our suite mates. So I seen who was my roommate and I found her on Facebook. We were talking. We asked each other some questions like, did she do hair? Did she do makeup? Asked her like where she was from. So we got to know each other off of Facebook. Then she was already there, so she did the early move-in. So like she sent me pictures of how small the dorms was. Like, she couldn't believe it and I couldn't believe it either. Like, through the pictures it wasn't as bad. When she sent it to me, I'm like, it's not that small. But when we got there and like her stuff with my stuff, like, we both had like too much stuff to be sharing a room anyway. But we made it work. Like, we took the bunk beds down. We actually made our room like really cute. And then like the hall, like the RAs come and they like do like a room check, and they said, because we didn't have it on bunks, so like we like split our beds up. So like we made it like where we both had our own privacy still. Like, we put the desks in between us, so like I couldn't see on her side and she couldn't see on my side as much. I was closest to the door, she was closer to the window, and everyone said they loved our room. But the RA said that her bed, which was on over by the window, which was also the heater, they said her bed couldn't be close to the heater just in case of fire. But we never changed our room around. We just scooted her bed over just a little bit so it wouldn't touch against the heater. In the beginning, like, at first I didn't want my parents to go, like, because I was scared to be on my own just a little bit. But I didn't cry or anything. I was 3 hours away from home, no car, no anything. So, and both my parents work, so it wasn't like they came down every weekend to get me. It was not like that. So I was there before classes even started, which was that Monday. I think I moved in that Saturday, and she might have moved in a Thursday or something. So when I moved in, we did go to Walmart and we got some things for the refrigerator, like drinks, and we got food and stuff for the room. Then my parents left. After my parents left, my roommate showed me how to, you know, like, get around campus, like where the farthest cafeteria was, where the closest cafeteria was. She showed me like where the classes were gonna be at, where the library was. She was really nice. She showed me how, like, how to how to get to classes faster, like going instead of taking the stairs. Like I cut through like the science building to get to the Star building, but I felt like I don't know, I felt like it was quicker to just walk up the Star building. But like she showed me different shortcuts that she knew and that she learned. And then when we finally, like before classes even started, we finally got our schedule and we went to each building to see where our classes were, so we weren't really lost. Then what happened next? Trying to take you guys from the beginning all the way to the end before I just hop around. So then I think we went to the Rock, or we were going to the Rock, which is a far cafeteria from where our dorm was. Well, it wasn't really far. Everything was like walking distance on campus, but like a further distance. Like if I'm here, there's a cafeteria here, or there's a cafeteria all the way over there. So we went to the cafeteria all the way over there. I did meet her friend that she had met when she first got there, and she was super nice. She was the only one that had a car on campus. I think she was like 45 minutes away from her home. And then really we just met people from her. So it's like she knew everyone around campus. So whoever our friends are, they were her friends first. So met her. She also stayed in the Clark Hall with us. She was just on a different floor. I'm trying to think. I remember the first night, I think that was the first or second night, my roommate told me that she had to go take her friend a pad. And I didn't mind being left, but like, she had just told me she was going to take a pad to her friend and she was going to be right back. Like, I'm thinking that's going to take like 2 seconds, maybe a minute, maybe 5 minutes, because that's her friend and maybe they were going to talk. I tell you guys, it was probably like 10 o'clock. This girl did not come back till like 3 o'clock in the morning. And I was messaging her like, is everything okay? Like, did anything happen to her? She didn't message me back, but she ended up telling me in the morning what happened and what she had to go do. Funny thing is, you guys might not think this funny, but my boyfriend name is Marcus and her boyfriend name is Marcus too, so like that made us a little more closer. And both of our boyfriends were Marcus, and no, they weren't the same guy, they were 2 different guys. And the funny thing is, when my boyfriend played football in high school, his number was 9. Her boyfriend number was 9 too. Like, it was just like we had some like same things about each other that made us click more. So then we ended up going to, it was called an Icebreaker, I guess the biggest party of them all. And to me, I'm not a party person, but I'm not a lame person, but I'm not a party person either. But when we went to the party, it was just like, it was not fun. Like, it wasn't fun to me. Like, being with them was fun. Like, we took pictures, like getting dressed up and stuff, and you know, just saying that you went to a party was fun, I guess. But it was not fun. It was whack to me. It was so hot. And I had a long sleeve dress on, guys. A long sleeve dress on, and with some chucks. And that same night, I sprained my ankle. Like, oh my God. I didn't sprain it. I think I twisted it because we was at this party. We was at the party, and it was these guys, like the Qs or whatever. I forget what they were doing, but they were doing like the steps around the party or whatever. But they were also like picking up girls and having them around their neck with like, oh my God, it was just horrible. So like, I was running, like we were running, like trying not to get picked up. Like, that's not a party. That was so horrible to me. But then we ended up leaving. I think we ended up just going back to our dorms, or I think we ended up dropping my roommate off somewhere, and then me and the girl ended up going back to our room. It was always just me and her. Like, her name's Yana, and it was always just me and Yana at the end of the night. At the end of the night, there was just me and Yana. Like, it was just always me and her. Like, we have some times where we almost got killed and everything. Like, it was just crazy. Like, she knows what I'm talking about. So, okay, so we went to our first party. We started getting more closer. Like, I remember we were getting up early, like before our classes even started, to go have breakfast. That ended. Like, at first you guys are gonna be like, okay, let's get up early and let's go have breakfast. And then you guys are like, as the year goes on, you guys are not gonna do that. You guys are gonna be like, I need sleep, because you're gonna be working and going to classes, and it's just horrible. But I remember we used to have breakfast, and then that just stopped. Um, Everything is mainly walking distance around like our area, because it's so small. But like Walmart and Meijer and like some of the gas stations are pretty far, but everything else is like right there. Like McDonald's was across the street from our campus, Rite Aid, Walgreens, Wendy's, Taco Bell, KFC. What else was there? Subway. Um, me and my roommate stayed at Little Caesars. Like, that was one of our things that we had in common. Also, we both loved pizza. So, like, almost every day, if not every day, we stayed walking with each other to go get a pizza. Like, that is just so crazy. Like, we spent our money on pizza because the cafeteria food at first started to get annoying. Like, it was basically the same thing every day. Like, pizza, pasta, subs, nachos. It was mainly the same things every day. And for the first couple of months or whatever, we were getting pizza and fries. Pizza and fries every time. Like, as you can tell, I gained my freshman 50. Not my freshman 15. My freshman 50. Like, I stayed eating pizza and ranch. Pizza and ranch. Pizza and ranch. Then I switched it up and I started doing pastas. Then I started doing salads. I started to see that I was gaining weight. But we did every day walk to get pizza. Like, pizza with butter cheese crust. And she liked bacon on hers. And sometimes we had... sometimes we got breadsticks, and we'll walk to the gas station, we'll get slushies. Like, it was fun, like, being, like, just being on your own, like, I guess, like, I don't know how to say it, but then, what happened next? Oh, we shared, okay, so, in the dorms or whatever, well, the dorms I stayed in, it was like 2 people in the room, 2 people in another room, and you shared the bathroom. So basically you shared the bathroom with 4 people, including yourself. So the first time, well, we had to do a couple room changes. Like, the first time we stayed in a room, and the person we shared the bathroom with was our RA, so it was only one person. So we shared the bathroom with 3 people, including me. So at first she was cool, but she was a little over the top. And then she started to, you know, simmer down a little. I don't know what happened, but she ended up getting, like, an emotional support dog. And, like, if you know me, I don't do no animals. Cats, dog, guinea pig, fish. I don't have any animals. I don't like any animals. I might say, oh, puppy, but I don't want one. Like, I am terrified of dogs. I don't know what happened, like, when I was younger or what, but I don't like any animals at all. So I'm like, a dog, like, is he in our bathroom or what? So they called me the mom of the group. It was 3 of us. We were the 3 musketeers, but I was the mom. So, like, and, like, you know, moms spot anything. Like, you can't hide anything from a mom. You can't put nothing past a mom. Like, moms know everything. So one day I'm in the bathroom, and, like, I'm wondering why, like, all this hair, like, I know people's hair shed, like, their actual hair on the hair, but, like, this was, like, little individual pieces, like dog hair, cat hair. It was hair on the floor. And I'm like, what is this? Like, you had to have shoes on to walk in the bathroom anyway, just like the little public thing. But, like, I would go in the bathroom with socks and wonder why when I get on my side of the room, why there's hair everywhere? Like, what is this? So I'm like, one day I asked her, like, is the dog in the bathroom? And she straight lied to our face. And she told me, no, he's afraid of the bathroom. We had to bring this to our, what we should call our hall manager or hall director or whatever. Bring it to her that the dog was in the bathroom. We asked her multiple times to stop. Like, it was just hair everywhere. It was ridiculous. It would get in our clothes. Like, even when we took a shower, like, I guess the girl that we shared the bathroom with had moved in first. So it was her shower curtain. Everything in the bathroom was hers. So, like, her shower curtain was, we moved in, like, in August. Her shower curtain had been up for, like, almost half the year. And, like, mold was on it. Like, you don't want the shower curtain to touch you anyway, but, like, it's supposed to stay in so the floor won't get wet. But me and my roommate did not care. Like, we would push the shower curtain out, like, kick it out so, like, it wouldn't be inside the shower with us. Like, don't like, anything touch the walls, anything hit the ground. You just don't want it. Like, it was just so nasty. No matter how much bleach I used in that shower, it was disgusting in there. So we eventually had to get a room change. We stayed on the same floor, but we just moved a couple rooms down. The suite mates that we did have the second time, they were better. I mean, they left stuff in the bathrooms, but they were better. They communicated with us. They asked us if we didn't like anything to let them know, or if we had a problem with anything to let them know. We did take turns, like, taking out the trash. Like, we got along better than the first roommate that we had. And what made it worse was, like, I would think that sharing a bathroom with, like, a RA, because they're the RAs of the hall, like, would be a little better than sharing a bathroom with, like, students your own age. Like, but no, students my own age was better than sharing a bathroom with the RA. Like, that was horrible. So, let's see what else. I don't know. We hung out a lot. We went to Walmart a lot. We went to Walmart, Little Caesars, Taco Bell. We did a room, like, we stayed in Yana's room. Me and my roommate, we stayed in Yana's room. At first, she didn't have a roommate, but then she moved in with someone, or someone moved in with her before they charged her for having a room to herself. So we did do, like, a slumber party type thing where we stayed up all night with her. But mainly she went home for the weekends. Like, she was never there for real. Like, during the days or during the weekdays she was there, but during the weekends she wasn't. I did go home some weekends too, and my roommate did too. But, like, on Fridays, like, even some Thursdays, like, the parking lots would be empty. Like, you would tell people went home for the weekend. Like, people did not stay on campus, like, at all. When I tell you, it might have been, like, you could count on your fingers how many people were on campus, probably. But, like, 9 times out of 10, mostly everybody went home for the weekends. Everybody. Like, so either they had a car or they stayed close or something. But, yeah, mostly everyone went home for the weekends, and the weekends were super boring. Like, there was nothing to do. So, like, if you don't have a job or anything on campus, you're bored. Or if you don't have friends that stay there with you, you're bored, because, like, there's nothing to do. Like, me and my roommate just worked on the weekends because there was nothing to do. Like, we didn't get into anything our freshman year, but you guys should get into something. They always say freshman year to get involved into something, and that's true. Like, you need to get out there. You need to rather go to every event. Like, we went to every event, mostly every event, but, like, go to parties, meet people, meet the right people, be smart about what you do too, because, like, the police are always there at parties, always observing, will pull up on campus and knock on your door. Like, it was just crazy, like, how many people got in trouble back on campus. Like, it was just crazy. It was just so crazy. But Um, I don't know, like towards the middle of the year, like we all became close. We did join like a fashion show, like a student fashion show, student like led, like it was really good. It was on campus. It was good as in like, cause I've never done a fashion show before, so like they pick out your clothes, what they want you to wear. You model someone else's clothing, like people that want to go into fashion design, you model their clothes. But it was so unorganized. Like didn't start on time. You know, black people time. Black people start whenever they want to start. It was, but it was good. It was fun. We only what not performed, but walked one time. Like we didn't have another one. Like we walked multiple times that day, but we didn't have another one after that. I don't believe. Um, what else did we do? I did work at the Quad, which is a cafe. I don't recommend it at all. Like, if you do not like food, I've never worked. Well, I've never worked in a food-based work environment like McDonald's, Burger King. I've never worked in that type of thing. So, um, I don't know what made me try that. I think because I was the only. I wanted an on-campus job that would work around my class schedule, and I think that was the only one. It was either that or the Rock, and the Rock was further away from my dorm. So I did the Quad. It was not good. It was not something that I recommend at all, but it does pay you. I mean, it's money. You're not gonna like every job you go to, I guess. I think the only thing I didn't like is that you had to cover up so you couldn't show your outfit that you had on, and I didn't like the cap that I had to cover my hair with, like because no. Um, what else? Towards the middle of the year, you know, you start to see your true colors of your friends, I guess. I don't know, but I did experience something that I couldn't even explain to you guys. Like, it was horrible. I mean, like, my face is pretty much clear. I mean, I might have a few, like, little black spots from, like, popping a bump or something, but my face is clear. Like, right? Like, there's nothing really on my face. Like, maybe a bump or two or three, but there's really nothing on my face. Let me tell you guys about this experience that I experienced. So, like at night I would be like really itchy, and it started like I started seeing stuff like underneath my boobs. Like it was like these red spots, like circles where like the skin was off. Like I'm black, like I got like a brown skin layer, but like this brown skin of my layer was off, and it was pink, like raw pink, like started up under my boobs. And like, if you know me, I tell my mom everything. Like, my mom is my best friend. Like, some people say you shouldn't tell your mom everything, but like, that's my best friend. So like, I don't care what anybody say. That's gonna always be my best friend to the day we both die. Like, I will still be telling my mama everything. I don't care how old I am. I will still call my mom to this day and tell her something. Like, hold on, I gotta call my mama. Like, anybody that know me, I say that every time something bad or good, I gotta call my mom and tell my mom. And I'm not playing. But so I'm calling my mom. I'm like, Mom, something is underneath my boobs. Like, I don't know what it is. I sent her pictures. She's like, I don't know what that is either. Like, go to Berkham. Berkham is like a on campus doctor site that didn't really know anything. But I went there. They said to keep the area dry, but they didn't give anything for it. And then when I did go back again, because it started getting worse, like it was like one spot under here and one spot under here, but like it started spreading. Like, it was all over, like 3 under this one and 5 under this. It was just horrible. They were super itchy. It was horrible. So I did end up going to get some antibacterial soap to wash up with, excuse me. And I did end up going back to Burkham, and they ended up prescribing some like cream to put underneath, which was like $45. It was horrible. Okay, so that started to clear up, and my face started to blow up. Guys, I don't know what happened, but in the middle, it will start like a little thing right here, and then I'll have a little rash right here, and then I'm like, wow, my face is really breaking out. I'm thinking maybe I'm not drinking enough water, maybe I'm not eating enough fruits, maybe I'm thinking it's something like that. No, it started just spreading, like here, one of my eyebrow, one in the crease of like, right under here, I had spots. Like, I'm like, what is this? So I'm like, it would be there, but it wasn't really itchy during the day, like daylight. It was not itchy. Soon as it got nighttime, I'm talking like 11, 12, 1, 2, itchy. I'm like, what in the world? So I did have Benadryl like pills, the little capsule things, pink, and I took 2 of those. I mean, like at first it started to, okay, as I take 2 of these, it's not as itchy. I can go to sleep. It started getting so bad, guys, where, I mean, it was on my neck. It was my face was horrible. And I'm taking 2 of these Benadryls, but I'm still itchy. So, of course, I'm calling my mother. I'm sending her pictures. I'm sending my dad pictures. I'm calling my mother. No answer. So now I'm crying because I'm itching. I don't know what's going on, and my mom's not answering. So I'm calling, trying to figure out what is going on. Like, what? Why am I doing this? Because back at home, like now, guys, I'm not experiencing anything. I'm not itchy. I might have 1 or 2 little bumps that'll come on my face, but my face is not doing what it did when I was there. So I'm like, what is this? Like, oh my God, like, I did not experience none of this back home. That stuff underneath my boobs, nothing. Like, since I've been home, I have not experienced anything crazy like that. But no, of course, when I get on my own and I'm without my mom and without my dad 3 hours away, something happens to me. So, anyway, back to the story. So, I'm itchy. Call my mom. I show my mom. She's like, what is that? Oh my God. Are you taking Benadryl so you can stop itching? I'm telling her, like, it's the struggle when you're at school. Okay, guys? Like, it's the worst struggle ever because she's telling me to take Benadryl, guys, and we didn't have no water. I mean, no water, not even a little bit of water in the bottom of a water bottle. We had no water. We had nothing to drink. When I tell you, towards like second semester, our refrigerator stayed empty. Like, we didn't even need a refrigerator. Like, it was that empty. It was so embarrassing, but we had no. I'm like, Mom, we have no water. She's like, what do you mean you have no water? Da, da, da. So the next morning, like, it has gotten worse. Like, I went to sleep and woke up, my eyes swollen. Like, one eye's closed, but one eye's open, but they're both open. So I'm calling my mom, FaceTime her, like, Mom, my eye, I don't know what's happening. She's like, you need to go to ER. I'm like, I have work, I have class. I'm like, how? And she's like, you're gonna have to call off for work. Tell them, like, if you gotta go up there and show them your face, like, that's not acceptable to work around food. Like, you're itching and you're serving food to people. Like, that's not, no, sanitary at all. So, of course, I call in. And the hospital, it was far, but it was walking distance. Like, if you need to get there, you will get there. So I asked Yana to take me, but I think she had class or she had work or something. So I ended up walking. I walked to the hospital. They're so slow in there. The emergency room is always slow. So I get there. I'm in the back, calling my mom, telling her or whatever what happened, like what I'm waiting for. Still waiting on the doctor to come back here. The doctor tells me that it was eczema. Never have I ever had eczema on my face or neck, or, I mean, she said it gets itchy when it's dry. So obviously she was trying to say that my skin was too dry and I need to put something on it. So she told me to get Aquaphor, which my parents use it, or my dad uses Aquaphor here, like for his lips and stuff, instead of like Vaseline. It's like Vaseline, but it's, I wouldn't say it's medicated. It doesn't smell like medicine or anything, but it's Aquaphor. So she told me to get the Aquaphor. She said I could get the baby kind or I could get the original kind. It didn't matter, Aquaphor, to keep my skin moisturized. I did show her, because the spots on my boobs started coming back. She ended up giving me this powder to put on them. What else happened? That's all she said. She said it was eczema. She gave me just the prescription to get some powder from underneath my boobs, and then she ended up just telling me I could get Aquaphor from any drugstore, so right at her Walgreens. Okay. So, you know, I called my mom and told her. She said it was just eczema. She's like, that doesn't even sound right. How is that eczema? No, that's not eczema. I've seen eczema before. That's not eczema. You don't have eczema. So, of course, she's like, well, just go ahead and go get the Aquaphor. So, I walked to Walgreens, filled a prescription for the powder. Aquaphor is so expensive. But I think I got like a little one for like $8.99. Like, not a little one, but like a medium size. There's a big one, there's a medium size, there's a real tiny one. I got the medium size one for $8.99, and for a while, like, I started putting that on my face. Like, I was shiny. Like, I did not care, because I was trying to get my face back clear. Like, I was super shiny. Like, I would put coats on it just so it would stay moisturized. But no matter what I did, like, putting that on there, no matter what I did, it still was dry. It still was itchy. But, like, for the first couple of times, like, when I first got it and I started putting it on there, it started clearing. Like, my face started clearing up. I could see, like, a little little glow through it. My roommate could even see it. She's like, oh, your face is getting clear. Like, what are you using on it? And I had told her, like, some Aquaphor for my face. And then, out of nowhere, it started coming back. But 10 times worse. Like, itching-wise, 10 times worse. So now I'm super shiny, but I'm itchy still. Horrible. Then it started coming on my lip. It was just so horrible. I felt like... So now it's coming back worse. And, you know, I'm asking my roommate, like... Or she's wondering why I'm crying or why I'm calling my mom. And I'm like, because look at my face. And she's telling me, nothing's wrong with your face. What's wrong? Yana, nothing's wrong with your face. What's wrong? You can wait. You can wait. I walked to the hospital again, because when you know something is wrong with you, you're going to do what you have to do to figure out what is wrong with you. So I'm like, walking to the hospital, call my mom, call my boyfriend, like, this is ridiculous. I'm not understanding what is wrong. They finally prescribed me some medicine. It was some antibiotics. I actually had to take 2 doses of antibiotics for this to be clear, guys. To this day, I still don't know how or why that even happened. But they gave me 2 doses of antibiotics. One, I think the first dose was a little stronger than the second dose. The first time I think I took 3 pills a day, one morning, afternoon, or one morning, lunch, and dinner. And the second dose that I had, I took one in the morning, one at night, but then they gave me one steroid that I had to take like 3 pills every 3 days, 2 pills every 2 days, like something like that. And I am doing better now, guys. That's the only reason I say that my freshman year was bad. Like, I've never experienced that in my life, and it was the scariest thing ever. Like, it was just horrible. So, you know, of course, my mom's close with her mom. I'm close with my mom. So she's telling her mom, like, what's happening. Which is my grandma. She's crying. She's like, she did not need to go there by herself. Somebody did something to her washcloth. Like, because I have 2 washcloths. Like, one for my body, one dry towel when I get out the shower, and then a towel for my face. Like, but the water there was just so hard. Like, it done, like, changed the texture of my hair. It was horrible. Like, the water there was so bad. Like, as soon as you got out the shower, you had to put lotion on because you were ashy. It was like you got into a pool. That's how that was. Whoa, did I get dark? So, yeah, the water was really hard there. Also, yeah, my face started to clear that time. Guess because it was almost time to go home then. But it started to clear then. I didn't have, like, itchy spills every so often, like, on my arm or something. And, like, my mom just told me to, like, throw everything away, like, pillows, like, covers. I started throwing everything away, towels. Like, I did not want that stuff to come back again. Yeah, so that was my little story about what happened to me. Then, towards the end of the year, I started not to be friends with my roommate. I don't know what happened. People were like, well, first she started losing her stuff, but this was like like when we first got there, she started like losing her, like, ID cards, but then she would find them. So, like, it was something that was kind of normal for her, that I just felt like it was something that was kind of normal. Like, she misplaced something, and then she would think that she lost it, but she didn't. So it was kind of normal. But this time, like, towards the end of the year, it started to get worse. Like, her key, well, in the hall, we had heard someone had stole the master key, so they had the key to every room. Then we went to a party again. I forget. I think it was like a recognition of, like, the new upcomer, like, steppers or group members or something that we went to. And we went to a party, the after party. And when we came back the next morning, she said she was missing her key. And we're like, what? So she started missing her key. Then, like, stuff just started going up missing, like, and I'm like, what? So she starts, well, she had a boyfriend on campus, so, you know, she stayed with him most of the time. So basically I have to to myself. But she started going there. She started staying there more than staying in her room. So we kind of fell off because, you know, she started misplacing her stuff. I don't know. And then we just stopped talking towards the end of the year. Like, we were still on, like, we could still get a conversation past each other, like, hi, or excuse me, or this yours, or where's this, or stuff like that. We could still have a conversation, but we did not talk to each other. Like, we did not text, we did not call, we did not hang out. We just stopped talking at the end of the year. Then we had a spell where her mom came and got her to move. It was move out time. It was time to go home, and her mom came and got her, and she misplaced her key again. And I don't know if she thought that I took her stuff, or I was playing a prank on her, but we weren't friends. Like, we were friends, I guess, but we weren't talking. So in my eyes, we were not friends. Like, if you have an attitude with me or you have a problem with me and you can't come to me and tell me what happened, we're not friends. Like, yeah, we're cordial, but we're not friends. So she came into the room and she was, because all her stuff was there, so she was taking her stuff down to her car. And because we weren't talking, I didn't want to be like, oh, let me help you bring your stuff down to the car, or let me help you hurry up and get out of here, let me help you. Like, I felt that we weren't talking, so I didn't need to put my hands on her stuff. I didn't need to help her. She got this. I want her to be able to take her stuff down to her car and not say that I touched anything, and because I touched it, you know, I had it, I misplaced it, I put it somewhere. So I stayed in the room. So Yana helped her take her stuff down, but when it was time to like show the RA her stuff and, you know, actually confirm that you're moved out, she couldn't find her key. So she told me and Yana that, you know, she had a hoodie, you know, the hoodie pocket things, like she put it in there. But then she told her mom that she left it in the room with me. And I know for a fact that I didn't see no key, and I wouldn't want to touch nobody else's stuff because I wouldn't want nobody to touch my stuff. That's just me. Like, don't play around with my stuff when it's time to go. Like, I'm ready to go, so it's time to go. But no. So then she couldn't find it. We're helping her find it because at this point, you know, like, I just felt bad. Like, you can't find your key and it's time to go. What? So I was helping her look for it. Me and Yana was helping her look for it. I didn't go down to the car. I would ask her, like, did you put it in your backpack? Did you do this? Did you do that? I was asking her like that. I wasn't going through none of her stuff. I did, like, you know, look on her little desk thing, see if she put it there, look down the hallway, see if she dropped it. I did stuff like that. I asked Yana, did she see it? She said no. Being the roommate, her mom called the police on me, and the police had to search my stuff, and they asked if they could look, like, did they have permission to look at my stuff. But they had called me first and said, because we had went to the quad to eat, and they called and said, can me and the girl come back? Okay, sorry guys, I had to do something for my mom. But what is that on my camera? Okay, so where did I leave off? She said, can me and the girl come back to the dorms? The girl that I was with, can me and her come back to the dorm? So I'm like, okay. So we walk into the dorm. We see like 5 police cars. And I'm like, what's going on? So next thing I know, you got to swipe your card to get in. So I swipe my card to get in. And this police car come running up behind us. Like, so he come in the room and he like, well, we were in the room, and then he was like, who's Naya? I'm like, me. And then he's like, okay, can I just have Naya by herself? Then he's like, do I have permission to go through your stuff? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, you can have them come back in. So they come back in. He going through all of my stuff, asking me questions like, your roommate, she's been losing her stuff lately, she said, and you have no idea where it's at. And I'm like, no, like, because why would I trust somebody else's stuff? Like, so at this point, I'm really heated. I don't call my mama. Y'all don't call her dad. Like, because we like, what? Like, what's the, like, why would you blame your friends? And then I just felt like she blamed me because we weren't talking at the time. But, like, that's still no excuse. Like, why would I have your stuff? Why would I be playing with your stuff? And you serious and we not even talking? Like, no, that's not something that you do. So whatever. Her mom came up there cussing, like, I'm sick of y'all messing with my daughter, da, 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 da. And I'm like, ain't nobody messing with your daughter. So that was at the end of the year. So me and Yana are still friends. Me and my roommate are still friends. She ended up messaging me, telling me, like, you know, that she's sorry, that was in the past or whatever. And but this year I will be having my own room. And all I have to do is share a bathroom with a sweet man. I don't know who yet, but somebody. But yeah, that was my freshman year. And to all you freshmen out there that are going off by yourself, going in blind, don't know anyone. Couple tips: be careful who you call friends. Be careful who you call friends, who you get involved with, because like where I go, I know the police is heavy. Like, so you call somebody your friend and they end up getting you in trouble, they're not gonna be there to help you get out of that trouble. So like, just be careful who you call friends. Try the best you can your freshman year. Like, they always say your first year counts, or like your first year matters. Like, it really does matter. Like, that's when you like build your GPA up, and like, so you rather have a high GPA than a low GPA. There's many things for freshmen to get into. They have a lot of events for freshmen to go to just for freshmen. I remember this funny time. Don't wear your lanyard things around your neck. Me and my friends wore our lanyard things around our neck, like with our keys and stuff on it. And this guy, I guess he was like a senior, but he came up to us. He asked us where we were freshmen and did we like it here or whatever. And you know me, like, I don't like to be asked questions. So like, how do you know I'm a freshman? And he said, you know how I know you guys are a freshman? Because you guys, only freshmen wear those around your neck. We were so embarrassed. Till that day, we do not wear ours around our neck. We got a whole different color. Like, it's not even our school colors anymore. Like, you're not about to tell that I'm a freshman? No. Yeah, but I have like 4 little like tips or advice for freshmen. I wrote them down here. So really, the main one is try your best. Try the best that you can. Like, never give up. Scholarships are very important. Apply for as many scholarships as you can, and really avoid taking out loans. Like, you do not want to be 30, 40, still paying off your school. Like, you don't want to be doing that. Don't automatically assume you need a book for class either. Like, just because, like, they always say, like, wait until like your first week of class, or sometimes even your second week, because like teachers will say like, oh, you need this book for class, and then you buy this book or whatever you do to get this book, and y'all barely use it. Or you might can use like the person next to you book, or they might supply it in class for people that don't even have the book. Or like, don't just, like, some people order their books online in advance, like, for all their classes. Don't do that. Don't be that one. Don't, because you're gonna have all these books at the end of your year, and you're gonna do what with them? Because half the time the library doesn't even accept them back. Like, I have some books that the library did not even buy back from me because they said, oh, that class isn't gonna be accepted in the fall, or that class, they won't need that. And I'm like, seriously? Or a book that I bought for like $35, they bought it back for me for $5. Like, no. So don't automatically assume that you need a book for class, unless it's like math or science. Like, those are the 2 main ones. But I know my math class, my book was online. You had to like buy this online access code. That's something that you need to get. Science books, yeah, because the science stuff like biology, chemistry, you're gonna need help in those. Like, you're gonna need the book. 9 times out of 10, you can't do that stuff without the book. Number 3, try to have a good relationship with your professors. Like, that's a big one. Like, they have office hours. Go to their office hours. That'll give you different opportunities. Like, even though you go to class, but like, go to their office hours too. Sit down with them one-on-one. They get to know your name. They get to know what pace you're at to try to help you out. That also gives you different opportunities to get to know your professor more too, like, for them to get to know you. So like, if you ever need like a letter of recommendation for anything, like a job, a higher position, like the RA, applying to be an RA, like, you can go to your teachers, your professors, go to their office hours, ask for that, and they won't have no problem. You can't just go to a random person like, can you write me a recommendation letter? And they're like, all I know is that you come to class. I barely know your name. Like, that'd be a kind of a hard letter of recommendation. Number 4, it's normal to be stressed out, like, your freshman year, any year for real, really. But never give up. Like I said in the beginning, never give up. There are so many resources on campus that we pay for, like tutors, English, when you have to write those papers. They have like people that'll revise your papers before they're due, like, so you know you get a good grade. Like, and some of the times, like, when you go to that, and the teacher give like extra credit for doing that. I know my teachers did. Use all your resources that are on campus. Branch out there and see how can I get help. There's even like students that even do like tutoring help in libraries, or maybe even in their dorms. Like, really, really, really branch out there. Also, don't overwhelm yourself. Like, if you need a break, do not take the time and just study all day. If you need a break, take a break. Don't overwhelm yourself. Some things are not easy, but remember, it's okay to ask for help, because you're not the only one. Somebody else might be thinking that question but might be too scared to ask, or not gonna wait until their office hours. But ask in front of the class, because 9 times out of 10 you're not the only one that needed help with that, or was thinking that same thing and just like, I ain't gonna ask. Like, raise your hand, ask for help, because things are not easy. Don't let your pride get the best of you either. Like, you might think that I'm too good to ask, or they might make fun of me, or my friends are in here, so I'm not gonna ask. Like, your friends probably thinking the same thing. Like, dang, I really don't get this, or am I stupid or something? Because this is really hard. And like, they might even laugh at you. Like, you might be like, can you explain that a little more, because I don't get it? Like, girl, you don't know that. Like, no, I don't. So explain. Like, but yeah, so those are my tips on, or that's my advice for you freshmen going into college. Have fun. Be careful. Be safe. Try your best. School comes first, so if you got a paper due by 11:59, do not go out until 10 o'clock thinking that you're gonna write this paper. Especially if it's not. It don't be like 2-page papers. It be like 7-page papers. I had a 20-page paper due in like 3 days, and I procrastinated. So bad that I thought I wouldn't be able to do it. Like, last minute, trying to get it done. Got work, got classes to go to, trying to get it done. Oh, and another thing, do not schedule early classes like 7, 8. Do not do that to yourself. You know for a fact that you're not going to get up. You're going to say it in the beginning like, I'm going to get up. It's not that early. You're not. Your parents are not there to wake you up. You barely hear your alarms go off, or you're staying up all night with your friends, or can't sleep because you're away from home. Do not do that to yourself. Do not schedule early classes, because 9 times out of 10 you might go on the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, first week, second week, go to class. In the middle of the semester, you're going to be like, I ain't going to class, I'm too tired, or I overslept, or this, that, and the third. Don't even do it to yourself. Go to all of your classes. Pick them at times that you want. That's why we're in college. We get to pick what we want. Pick what we want and what's best for us. So, on that note, good luck to you freshmen, and have a good year. Have fun, and comment below. Tell me, like, what school you guys are going to, or, any other questions that you guys might have about freshman year. Anything that you have, any advice. I mean, I've been through it. If you have high school, middle school questions, let me know. That's all I have for you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Hit the bell, hit the notifications, and stay tuned.
A friendship turned to a bond, and that bond will never be broken. The love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach. So remember me when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.